So, decided to take the car out for a spin. It's still the beginning of March. You hear that little rasp? That's what I'm getting fixed, guys. So, beginning of March, during the winter, I was able to do the rear wheels, the thermostat, the seat. I'm still in the process of doing my rear springs. Front springs are in. I have footage of that. I'm trying to make a install video regarding the front Demon springs. Roads are kind of sandy, kind of wet, so I'm just gonna try to find a flat road for you guys. Get some performance pages in. Make sure my traction's off. 0 to 60 test. Let's go ahead and see what this thing's all about. From stop, flat road. Like I said, guys, it's still really, really sandy. Spun like a bastard. And got a 5.1. So, I was hopping right there. If you want to see if I can get it. So 5.1 didn't hook at all. The most I've done, the best I've done, I should say, is a 4.45. Go ahead and clear that. Don't need to save that. So with the wheels, I'm not sure if it's because of the weight loss on the back end. Right now I'm saving about 13 pounds per rotational side. So right now the back end, I'm 26 pounds lighter. I actually have lightweight lug nuts as well. I'm saving 3 pounds of lug nuts. So I'm not sure if the wheel hop is from just the whole dynamics of the rear end is kind of different. I'm hoping when I do the bigger gear, that kind of takes care of that. But we hopped our little ass away, and we got a 5.1 on a very flat road with an insane amount of wheel spin. I don't even think I was grabbing the first 3 gears. Actually came out of the throttle and came back into it. So the Diablo tuner, it's attached to my PCM, so the timer does not stop until you get to 60 miles an hour. So I've actually tried to sit here, and I've actually done a wheel spin up to 60 during wet weather, okay? And yes, I could shoot my car up to 60 and get a 4.4, but my car is not going to be traveling 60 miles an hour, people, okay? I want to make this clear. It times from the time you leave 0 to the time your car hits 60. So right now, could I theoretically go to a patch of ice and do a 60 mile an hour pull and sit there and get like a 2 or 3 second 0 to 60? I could, but it's not going to give you the same effect of having the dry road in front of you. Just now, as you guys saw, came to a complete stop, hit 0 to 60, dry road, flat road. It's covered in salt and sand right now, guys. I live in northern New York, so we're not going to see dry roads until probably middle of April, end of April. It usually needs to rain 3 or 4 times before all this stuff is really, really cleaned up. And then usually they get like a street sweeper, and they actually go up and down the road on the corners, and they get all that really thick stuff up. It's all sand. It's sand and salt, guys. I mean, they spread this stuff like you wouldn't believe to try to help with the traction. My driveway is completely iced over to the fullest extent. So basically, my wife and I got home today. We forgot a couple things at the store. We forgot eggs, which I went and got. But you know what? It's 25 degrees out, which it's been below 0 for a majority of this winter. And it's been very dry, and it's been very sunny today. So I took advantage of the fair weather. I'm not going to say decent, because by no means is this decent weather. And I took it for a spin. I tested my 180 degree thermostat, which I'm sitting at 192. I did speak to a couple people. They said it should probably not go any higher than 188, 190. I do see this thing go up to still in near the 200 range. So I'm not sure if this still needs some bleeding. I'm not sure if that's how they operate. I am able to go into my Diablo Sport tuner and set my fan setting to, I'm going to shut my car off because I have no cats and I do not want to die in my car. In my garage. The only thing bad about this, guys, is the freaking buckle is so far down here. Take the seatbelt off. The seat is not so uncomfortable. The leather cover is on back order right now, from Jegs.com, so it'll look very similar to my factory seat, just obviously much smaller and much lighter. I am going to install the foam pads, which I have in the back, and the leather cover when that is off back order. They expecting that to be off back order around April, like middle to beginning of April. So the first actual ride itself, not too bad for what it is. I mean, it's literally a plastic. I'm gonna unplug my battery again. Not driving this car for about another week. We're supposed to get snow again, so let me go and do that. We are not. We are supposed to get snow next week. So gotta make sure my thermostat's not leaking, which is not. That pulley, however, most certainly is. And right there, I don't know if you can really see it. No, you cannot. But that pulley is getting changed as well. I have the new one. Yeah, we actually got the pulley in this week, and the tool, which came with like the coolest. At first I thought it was in a Rubik's Cube, because the box is like multicolored and the squares all over it, and then I'm like, I didn't order it in a Rubik's Cube. So I opened up the box, and it was actually the installation tool for the seal for the new pulley. So I'm actually going to get that installed the same time as the new exhaust, the end of this month. So new exhaust is going on. Min mufflers are going on. Let's see if I can focus my phone. Yep, so new exhaust is going on. Min mufflers is going on. Hardware's going on. Adapters are going on. 6-inch tips going on. New pulley's going on. But as I was getting to before, first ride with the actual seat is actually really not bad. I gotta tell you, it is not what everyone thought it was going to be. It is a lot lighter. It is a lot more. It does feel a little tiny bit lighter. I don't know if that's just a placebo effect. But this is the foam pad that I will also install. There's one for the bottom as well. So the foam goes on the top, one on the bottom, and then you put the leather overlay. I was able to get my seatbelt hardware through the 3-point harness, and then I put the belt through there, and you can see where my buckle is. It's not horrible. Eventually I'd like to get the actual bar itself. That way I could run the 3-point harness a little safer, a little more aesthetically pleasing. Right now that works though. Leather cover, like I said, should be here beginning of next month. I'll get that all together. Front runners will be on. So actually I went with a radial ply, guys. I did not go, I'm sorry, a radial tire. I did not go with a bias ply front skinny. This is also a 6-inch wheel and 6-inch tire, not 4.5. So my plan is to actually run these when I run the car. I mean, street, track, you name it. This is what I'm planning on running. I'm just not going to drive it in the rain like I always do. Shouldn't be a big deal. But these are going to match the rears, which are also getting Mickey Thompson's beginning of the summer, I'm hoping. Probably around, I don't know, May or June. We're expecting another baby in April, end of April, so things are going to get kind of hectic. I might take a knee for a little while on the channel, but I will still be working on the car. I'm getting the springs finished. I'm going to do the rear camber control arms. I'm going to keep working on making this thing as light as I can. You can see here I did accumulate some salt, so I'm going to have to wash this at some point. But I am going to make sure this thing is as light as I can possibly make it. I posted a receipt yesterday of when I weighed the car, being completely factory. It was 3,980. And I also weighed the car with the seats removed, the lightweight battery, spare tire removed, I think trunk cover removed. There was a couple other things, nothing too crazy. I think I might have had less gas in it, but I had a weight of 3,780, and that was before the over 50 pounds of wheel savings. That was over the 50 pounds of seat savings. I gotta find my mask. I'm sorry, guys. So right now, as we stand, there should be a total of 50, 100 trunk supports, should be another 50. So this theoretically should be 3580, 3590. That's the goal. That's the end goal. I'm going to drain my not antifreeze. I'm gonna drain my wiper fluid. I'm going to make sure this thing is low fuel. Make sure it has no seats in it except the seat I showed you guys. And I'm going to do a weigh video where I pull up to the scale and actually walk in, show you guys the car on the scale, walk out. It's like $6 or something like that. And I'll show you guys what it weighs. But that's the goal, is 36 and some change. I'm sorry, 35 and some change. Even if I get a 35.99, it's gonna be a 3,500 pound car, which will be pretty cool. But yeah, that's basically it. Just wanted to show you guys that the thermostat went really well. Sorry, wheels are still spinning strong. Exhaust is going on in 2 weeks. Pulley's going on in 2 weeks. Bumper supports are going on in a few weeks. Waiting on those. Ordered them. They take a while. They're a reputable company. They just take a while. They make everything on order. So you order something, they gotta make the product, ship it, send it out. You gotta receive it, so on and so forth. So this thing will be even lighter. I'm hoping. My goal is to get 4 flat, or I want to break in a 3-second 0-60 without boost. Still being NA. That's one of my goals. Obviously, is I've been chasing those 13 seconds. I had a 14.07.0 at like 99, so I was like right at the brink of 13 seconds. I also want to do like a 100-mile-an-hour trap. So ideally, I'd like a 101, like a 13.7, 13.8 at 101. But I'm thinking with the gears, the wheels, the seat, all that stuff. I am doing a different gear. I do have the 230mm axles. I got the one inside the right-hand side that I repaired already. That one is going to also be installed. I'm thinking I'm going either 370 or 390. It's going to be one of those two. If I want to get if I want to make this kind of a short car, like a short race car, for like 0-60s, kind of strictly, I might go 390. If I want to try to focus in on that quarter mile, I might do 370. The current guy who holds the 3.6, I don't know if you guys remember, but he actually ran a 370. So it seems like 370 might be that sweet spot if you want to get your ET down. As far as wheel spin, obviously you want to do wheel rotation. You don't want to spin. You obviously want to get the highest gear possible. The 410s are not available for this vehicle. 390 is. I might go 390. I don't mean to harp on that, but I've just been kind of tossing back and forth. That's the reason why the gears aren't on yet, because I haven't decided which one I want to do. Whether I want to do, make this thing a 0-60 machine, or make it a quarter mile, make it that much better in the quarter mile. Kind of up in the area now. Also, one more thing, I did go and purchase some mic sets, some microphones for the channel, and I did make a kind of like a review room where I can review some of the products I get, like the wheels and the camber control arms and stuff like that. The springs before they go on, and I also bought some lighting, just to make sure that the channel kind of grows a little bit, a little more official, not these like really dark, poorly lighted garage videos. So I really want to kind of focus in on that stuff. So that's basically it, guys. Car's ran good. Took her out. Thermostat's all checked in. Exhaust is coming up. Next video you guys will see will probably be exhaust in 2 weeks. And then a pulley review. And I'll make sure that tool gets back out to the community, and we can go forward from there. All right, guys.